Hey, it's Greg Arbitine here of the Silver Museum. Today we're going to be talking about the silver of Shreve Co. of San Francisco, California. As silver companies go, Shreve is considered to be one of the more prestigious brands out there. A lot of their older antique items are very highly sought after by collectors. The company first started in the year 1852 and manufactured quite a lot of sterling silver hollowware items as well as flatware items. Shreve's most famous pattern is called 14th Century, which was first produced in the year 1913. The pattern has similar decorations as to what you would see on Spanish pirate treasure chests. The 14th century pattern was one of 12 of the mainline patterns that Shreve Co. manufactured. Many of these patterns came in full flatware services as well as hollowware, including tea sets, vases, and other hollowware items. Outside of their mainline patterns, Shreve is very renowned for having made many beautiful, unique, and novel flatware items. Here we are looking at a gorgeous spoon that Shreve converted a Mexican 50 centavo silver piece from the 19th century into the bowl of this beautiful spoon that features a prickly pear cactus. Here's another unique and novel piece Shreve made. They used a gourd and they put a sterling silver rim on the top of it and on its tip. It's almost so ugly that it's beautiful. Shreve is also one of the few silver manufacturers that like to combine sterling silver rims around porcelain plates. They especially love doing so with the Satsuma style plates made by Japanese artists from the 16th century. This plate we're looking at has an especially nice scene of 3 pheasants and geese in the background and has a meal floor pattern that is very beautiful. If you notice the hand hammering on the rim, that is very typical style of Shreve Co. for their silver pieces. Shreve also made mainstream hollowware that appealed to the masses. They were very prolific in producing pieces like candelabras, candelabrums, candlesticks, compotes, tea sets, coffee sets, bread and butter plates, you name it, they probably made it. Shreve was also a maker of souvenir spoons which commemorated different places in the country. Look at this beautiful spoon of San Francisco Bay without the Golden Gate Bridge. Shreve didn't make a whole lot of jewelry in sterling silver, but what they did make was very ornate and very pretty. In this next segment, we're going to show the rest of Shreve's full-line patterns in sterling silver that included knives, forks, salad forks, and teaspoons. Hey, it's Greg Arbitine here of the Silver Museum. I just want to remind you that we are still very actively buying all sterling flatware and hollowware items made by Shreve Co., as well as other manufacturers like Gorham, Tiffany, George Jensen, Wallace Toll, Reed & Barton International, and many others. We buy all antique silver as well, and even scrap items. So if you have some silver that you are looking to sell, please send us a list of what you have as well as cell phone pictures to Greg, that's Greg, at silvermuseum.org, or you can also text or call us at 813-789-4734. As soon as we get those pictures and inventory lists, we will send you out our very fair and competitive offers. So we are looking forward to getting that from you and doing business with you, hopefully. Hey, don't go yet. I'm about to read to you from the Encyclopedia of American Silver Manufacturers, written by Dorothy T. Rainwater and Judy Redfield, a passage that they wrote about Shreve Company. Shreve Co., San Francisco, California. The firm traces its origins to a jewelry business started in 1852 in San Francisco by two half-brothers, George C. Shreve and Samuel Shreve. These men were brothers of Benjamin Shreve, who became associated with the prominent Boston firm of Shreve, Crump and Lowe. George and Samuel had worked for a time as sailors and later as wholesale jewelers in New York City before moving west. By 1855, their jewelry business was well established, offering a wide range of European fancy goods and California jewelry made to order. The Shreves also imported jewelry supplied by their brother Benjamin, at that time associated with Jones, Ball and Co. in Boston. In late 1857 or early 1858, Samuel Shreve was drowned at sea. In 1859, George Shreve went into partnership with Lucius Thompson, who had been an employee of the firm since about the year 1856. By 1867, the partnership had assets of about $100,000. The company advertised that it specialized in selling Gorham's solid silver and plated wares. In 1868, Lucius Thompson left the firm and went into partnership with W.K. Vanderslice. Until the 1880s, the firm focused on retailing. However, by 1881, Shreve had entered into a partnership with Albert J. Lewis and opened a factory for the production of high-quality jewelry. Silversmithing began in 1883. That same year, the firm was commissioned to provide trophies for the Grand Encampment of the Knights Templar. The factory was destroyed by fire in 1885. By April of 1886, the company had moved into a new factory and added former workmen from Vanderslice and Schultz and Fisher to its workforce. In less than 10 years, the firm became the effective successor of all the San Francisco silversmiths. George C. Shreve died in 1893, a wealthy man. In 1894, the firm was incorporated as Shreve & Co., with Albert J. Lewis as the majority stockholder. On the death of Mr. Lewis in 1895, George R. Shreve, the son of George C. Shreve, became president of the company. The factory's production focused on special order merchandise such as a $5,000 gold cup presented to Solano County at the Midwinter Fair of 1897. The items produced were sold only through the firm's own retail shop, with the possible exception of some souvenir spoons. The firm manufactured no flatware prior to the disastrous earthquake and fire of 1906. Fortunately, Shreve & Co.'s insurance coverage made their financial loss from this cataclysmic event minor. The business set up temporary quarters in Oakland and kept its name before the public with earthquake recovery articles in the press. Well before May 1908, their factory was back in production as the firm had completed the silver service for the cruiser California by that date. The retail store celebrated its grand reopening in early 1909. W.K. Vanderslice & Co. was not as fortunate. Their insurance provided only token coverage of their losses. What was left of the business was purchased by Shreve & Co. in 1908. The opportunity to retool occasioned by the disaster also led to Shreve & Co.'s entrance into the flatware manufacturing business. In 1909, the firm patented 5 flatware designs: Louis XVI, Norman, Napoleonic, Dolores, and Mary Louise. However, the firm's most distinctive pattern, 14th century, was not patented. In the ensuing years, the company produced large, well-illustrated catalogs offering an endless variety of jewelry and novelties, as well as the firm's own silver flatware and its hollowware. The company's arts and crafts style works of this period were a break from their 19th century tradition. Pieces featured hammered and pierced work and medieval style strapwork decoration. The Art Nouveau and Colonial Revival pieces that the firm produced were similar to those produced elsewhere. Amongst the company's more distinctive works were its silver-mounted wares, where almost any type of body, glass or ceramic, plain or exotic, would be beautifully mounted in silver. George R. Shreve sold his stock in the company in 1912 to the J.E. Higginbotham family. With the outbreak of World War I, the factory converted to war production. With the end of hostilities, the firm went back to producing luxury goods. By 1921, the firm's factory occupied 100,000 square feet on 6 floors, had $150,000 in tools and machinery, and employed more than 600 workers. In 1967, the Higginbotham family sold the firm to Dayton Hudson of Minneapolis. Today, in the year 2026, Shreve Co. only has 1 store left in Palo Alto, California. They also do not produce too much of their own jewelry or silver from their own manufacturing processes. Despite the smaller footprint in today's modern market, there are still many collectors for some of the older Shreve Co. antique silver pieces. Well, this concludes our video about Shreve Co. I hope you learned a thing or two. And if you are still looking to sell anything made by Shreve or any other silver that you have, please do keep us in mind and give us a call or text us at 813-789-4734, or you can email us at greg@silvermuseum.org. Thank you for watching again, and have a great day. Bye-bye.